Hi there! Well, in today's video, I am going to be sharing with you my teeth whitening routine. This is a video that has been requested over and over again, and first of all, let me say thank you so much for that because that's really a very kind compliment. But I do have to admit that I think that my teeth appear much whiter in video than they are in real life. I've got quite a bit of intense lighting in here, and much of it's very cool toned, and I think that enhances the white appearance of my teeth. But I am someone that uses regular teeth whitening products, so I thought I would go ahead and share with you what those are, and then just part of my regular dental hygiene routine that I think contributes to the white appearance of my teeth. So with all that being said, let's go ahead and get started. So to start with, I thought I would just talk to you a little bit about my everyday eating habits and then some of my dental hygiene. So the first thing is I am a coffee drinker. I drink at least 2 cups every day. That's usually in the morning. And then on some days I will have a tea in the afternoon, like a hot tea or a cold coffee drink if we're out and about, like a Starbucks or something like that. So I'm certainly not abstaining from any kind of stain-causing food or drink. I'm not really a soda drinker. That's something that I will have maybe once a month, once every couple months. It's just not something that's a part of my regular diet, so I'm not really getting any kind of colas or anything like that onto my teeth. I'm pretty much just a coffee and water drinker, period. I don't drink a lot of other beverages, so that's pretty much all I have. But because the coffee can be pretty staining, it is something that I do try to stay up on my teeth whitening just to sort of prevent them from getting too far gone before it becomes harder and harder to whiten them. The other thing is I do get my teeth cleaned regularly. I've been getting my teeth cleaned every 6 months for about the past, I would say 10 to 15 years. Before that, I would just go once a year, but now I've really decided that it's better for me to go every 6 months and just stay on top of things. I think it makes it a lot easier when I go. My appointments are really quick. Plus, I have a great dental hygienist. I love her so much, and it's so much fun to go. I know not a lot of people could say that, so I'm really grateful, but she is just so much fun, and we laugh the whole way through that, and we have these great conversations that somehow she can understand me when I'm laying there, but they're really good about that. But we have a good time, so that makes it a lot easier to go when it's someone that you're really comfortable with. So I do that regularly. I think keeping, just the tartar and things off your teeth helps with your dental hygiene at home. So the whitening products that you are using can work more effectively if your teeth don't have any sort of barriers to those products. I also thought I would talk to you just about some of the products that I really like for dental care. My first everyday dental product is my favorite toothbrush. These are all that I buy. These are the Oral-B Pro Health all-in-one toothbrushes. This one actually looks like it's about time to be replaced. But what I really love about these is they're kind of rubbery, so they have like a nice grip to them. They also have these rubber bristles on the outside, so they do a really good job of massaging your gums. I like the shape of the head on these. I think they've got a good surface area, so they really clean very effectively. My hygienist seems to think so. She says I never really have a lot of buildup, so that's a really good thing. We have tried to use the Sonicare toothbrushes, but while I think they worked really well and my mouth certainly felt like fresh from the dentist clean every time that I used them, I just really didn't like the feel of it when I was using it in my mouth, and anytime I would use it, I would inevitably hit it up against my teeth, and that knocking on my teeth just sent shivers down my spine, and I just couldn't handle it. So I just replace these often. We try to do it every 3 months, and if not that, try to remember to change it out every single time we go to the dentist. We know we're at least getting a new toothbrush every 6 months, but ideally more often than that. But I just really, really like these, and I can usually find them at my grocery store, or Target definitely always has them, and they usually come in multi-packs, so I really, really like this toothbrush. The other thing that I use is I always use Colgate toothpaste. That's what my hygienist has always recommended. And so I always get the Colgate Total, but I also use the whitening version. This is gel. Sometimes I get paste, but I think the gel is a little bit easier to work with, a little bit easier to rinse out. But I like that this covers you for both tartar buildup and your gums and things like that, but you also get that whitening effect from it. So this is just something I continue to repurchase. I think I've been using this toothpaste for years. Once in a while, I'll buy something different to change it up a little bit, to just have something different to rotate with this, but this is my regular everyday nighttime toothpaste for sure. Okay, and then the final thing that I use is just part of my everyday dental hygiene are these Glide floss picks. They're my favorite because I think that they move in and out of your teeth quite easily. Plus, it's just really handy to have floss picks like this. I think you're more inclined to floss regularly if you have something that's convenient. So these are great, of course, to put in your purse, or I always just have them in my desk or just wherever's going to be convenient where I know I'm going to be spending some time. Maybe I'm on the computer or something like that, and so it's just a really easy way to remember that. And then, of course, they have these little ridged pointy picks here on the end, so those are great for moving in and out of your teeth and getting things like that. But I just really like the Glide floss picks in particular. Okay, so now that I've gone over with you what are my regular dental hygiene products, let's talk about what I actually use to whiten my teeth. So my current favorite tooth whitening product are the Crest 3D White Strips. This is the Luxe Edition. There are several different versions of these Crest White Strips, but I have found the Luxe works best for me. I like these because I think they're as effective as any professional product that I've used in the past, but I also like that they don't seem to cause as much sensitivity. Now, that doesn't mean they don't cause any sensitivity. They do a little bit, but I have found that the pangs that they cause in my teeth is very intermittent and also very transient. So if I use these for, say, 5 days in a row, I'll get a little bit of sensitivity, particularly in my front, upper, and lower teeth, and it will be a little bit of a pang or a zing here and there, and then after a few weeks that goes away altogether. But again, it's just really intermittent. It's just a quick little pang and then it's done. I know some people are much more sensitive to that. They really can't tolerate any whitening treatments, but for me, this is the least sensitivity causing of anything that I've used. Now, in the past, I have used professional products from my dentist. I would use the Excel Night White, which is a product that I really liked. I thought it had great results, but it did cause a little bit more sensitivity for me. So years ago, I had the custom dental trays made, and you would put the syringe of the product, you just squeeze a little bit of that into the trays and then fit them onto your teeth, and they would stay on about the same amount of time as the white strips, about 30-45 minutes. And they were great results, but I just noticed my teeth gain a little bit more sensitive for a longer period of time. So I had seen a coupon. It was a really generous coupon at the time, I remember, for these, so I decided to give something over the counter, I guess you might say, a try. And I found that these worked out so well that I haven't ever gone back to my professional products. One word of caution I would say, if you decide to get the custom trays and you do get the professional products, I would recommend purchasing them from your dentist or some dental care provider locally. I had purchased them off of eBay at times, and I really felt like I was getting expired product. What I was getting from my dentist seemed to work much better than what I was getting off of eBay. So while it never caused me any problems per se, I just don't feel like I was getting my money's worth. So I was paying less, but I think it was also less effective. Now, with the Crest 3D White Strips, it comes in little packets like this. So it's got these foil packets in them. I think it says there are 40 strips or 20 treatments. So you've got one upper strip and one lower strip, and they look like this. So you've got the longer strip here on top, and that's for your top teeth, and then the lower strip on bottom. So you just place them onto your teeth, tuck them in. I kind of press them in with my fingertips, and then they stay very well. That's another thing that I really like about these particular strips. I've had others in the past that were okay, but they could shift and move around a little bit. I find that with these Luxe White Strips, they hold on very well. It does say that they have a strong grip, no slip, and I think that that's really true. I can pretty much go about anything that I would normally do when I have these on. I do try to avoid drinking or anything like that, or if I'm going to have any water, if I have to have water, I'll drink it through a straw so it doesn't interfere with the whitening process. But they do a really good job of just staying in place, so much so that when you go to remove them, you really have to pull on them. It's not uncomfortable, but they definitely stay where they are intended to stay. So I will use these for about 5 days in a row or so, and then I get my desired whitening effect, and then I will just sort of wait a couple months until I notice that my teeth are starting to get a little bit discolored again, and then I'll do another course of 5 treatments or so. Some people may require longer, some people might require shorter. You can maybe do them more often and then not as many days in a row, and that might help keep some of the sensitivity at bay. But this is just what works for me, and my teeth seem to hold on to that whitening effect for a little while before I have to do it again. So that is it. That is my dental hygiene and teeth whitening routine. I thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you very soon. Bye-bye.